yesterday at JFK Airport, came in from Germany and from Israel before that. And he's giving us the pleasure of his presence on his way to Mexico. So he's got this company that's all over the world, and maybe someday we'll be working together. But one day, there was a conference in New York City with the Natural Resources Group of Parks, who are all friends of mine. And I went to that. And down the road at the Arsenal was this lecture at 7 p.m. that if I hadn't been at the NRG conference, I would have never gone. I wouldn't have gone all the way in. But I'm on the Fresh Kills listserv, so I get this email that this gentleman, Eli Cohen's coming in, Ayala Water. So I happened to go, and we hit it off, and here he is. So I don't remember like your bio. I think they'll see. What I like about him is case studies, real stuff, real good wastewater, stormwater. He's with us. There are no wastes. Our job is to save all the resources of the earth. So we're doing our thing from here. He's doing his thing from there, and he's got a lot of coverage. So if you want to tell him about your degrees and backgrounds and whatever, you may.
Do you want to start presenting before me, or just take 15 minutes?
No, you start. Yeah, you start. I think you said, am I going to present for you? No, you're presenting for you.
I don't mind actually. I'm so tired that I'm on my jet lag now, so I just
Right.
feel like going to sleep.
So right now it's, well, last night I picked him up, it was like 1 in the morning in his body. Guys, we went over Oxford, those who were on time. We went over a little bit on Oxford, and we can talk about it. We'll talk about it again. I don't want this to be overly complicated. What I wanted you to do is to start working on it so you actually had legitimate questions. If you want to stick with what Roger said last week, the 3% physical and 5% this, you just add those percentages up, reduce it from the total per year, and that's your reduction. Okay? So if it's a 5% biological reduction, that's per year. And you're going to figure out, but you have to pick the right methods and plants and species. You can't just take it for granted. If it says 5% biological, you have to earn it and pick the right plants for that activity. And then you get to 5%. Or we have a bunch of formulas that come out of the Schnorr paper, which was your reading on week 4 or 5. It's all there in the back of how to estimate mass reduction from the initial contamination down to the target level. So much uptake per year. This is Oxford. This is how we do a set of plans. This is the job we're on. You start with a title sheet. You show where the site is. You're telling a story. It's like a book. Here's the cover. Then you go to existing conditions, right? Here's the site. Here's where it is, lat and long. Here's the elevations. This is the conditions. We haven't done a thing yet. This is our site. We're telling a story. Page 2. Page 3 is proposed management unit designation plan. So this is the wetlands and the different management plan that we have planned out. That's going to carry through now the rest. So we're just simple steps. This is proposed wetland management units, and this starts showing the 300-foot buffer that we're going to put in along Furnace Brook. So every step, so a contractor is going to read this and build this job. And this is where we start doing some grading, and we've jumped the creek into the sod farm and made an oxbow of the creek. So we're actually introducing water and reducing the stress on Furnace Brook and jumping out into the meadow. So this is a grading plan. And now we're going to start specific things with each unit of what we're proposing to do. Seeding it, microtopography, planting it, whatever we're doing. And it goes all the way through. And then in the back it's got details. So when you do your plans, they're not pretty pictures. No one cares what your philosophy is. It's a legal document of how to build this. And it's a contractor that may or may not be friendly. So you have to make it very clear. Companion with this is the specifications. This is the kind of topsoil. This is the seed. This is the plants. so that everything has specifications of what you want. Leave out the guesswork. Yes?
Do you want us to do?
You don't have to do, oh, you guys don't have to do this. This is our plan. You guys are just doing a
No, you
sketch.
don't.
Oh, I'm sorry, actor. Be still my heart. No, you guys don't have to do this. I'm just showing you.
But we could do like plant specification, and sheet specification, things like that, right? Do you also want any sort of cost or no? Like,
You're doing a concept plan. Right. You're doing, I mean, we got the EPW, you know, that's enough to digest. So just kind of, you know, do the best you can. You're going to do the cleanup. You're going to do a concept plan of what's proposed. That's it. No, this is what we're doing. That's why I like this. It's a real project. It's a real project. You guys can all look at this. Okay. Are you ready? I'm sorry.
And when was the last day of class going to be?